In the theater of life, there are moments when the spotlight narrows its beam and all eyes are fixed squarely on you. The stage is set, the stakes are high, and the pressure is palpable. It's in these crucible moments that fear often emerges as an uninvited guest, threatening to steal your confidence and sabotage your performance. But fear doesn't have to be the director of your destiny. In this video, we'll unlock the secrets to mastering your fear, not just managing it, and harnessing its power to propel you towards greatness. Get ready to rewrite the script of your life and discover the keys to unlocking your full potential. Fear is the impediment that prevents you from moving toward your goals. Fear distracts us and causes us to make excuses, but it does not have to. Learning to conquer fear is one of the most freeing activities you can engage in. It's easy to pretend that fear isn't affecting you and to find excuses for not doing what you're capable of, instead of running away from it. Consider fear a signal to act, not an excuse. Consider your aim. If you allow fear to keep you from reaching it, you've basically surrendered. Your body and brain are communicating with you, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Conquering fear becomes second nature once you learn to recognize the signs. There are several types of fear that are much more insidious. Anxiety is one of the main type. Consider anxiety long-term dread. Its focus is generally on the future. U.S. anxiety problems are rising. Up to 18% of the population is affected annually. Stress and anxiety may last. Stress causes cortisol production. Too much cortisol may affect sleep, attention, weight growth, and immunity. Risky decisions like starting a new job, being vulnerable in a relationship, or spending money may cause widespread anxiety in many people. Their minds replay the same experiences, making them unable to sleep or focus. Fear of failure is another type. Failure worry is another common concern caused by the human need for certainty and significance. Avoiding failure is a certain way to prevent suffering, since we are designed to resist pain and seek pleasure. Failure makes us feel small, yet we want to feel important. As every successful person knows, failure leads to growth, and we are wired for development. Instead of being negative, failure should be positive. To overcome fear, tame and use the fear response. Learning to conquer fear starts with finding your core. Let's see some tried and true methods for overcoming fear and anxiety, so you may enjoy life to the fullest. Determine your fears. Learning how to overcome fear is similar to learning how to overcome any other problem-solving obstacle, in that you must first recognize the challenge in order to conquer it. What are you terrified of? For a few minutes, sit quietly and examine your thoughts, emotions, and physiological sensations. Write down anything that comes to mind, being as descriptive as possible. Consider starting a regular mindfulness meditation practice to obtain a better understanding of what motivates you. As you discover your core, you will feel more empowered to face your concerns. Recognize how fear may be used to your advantage. Our emotions exist to inform us. When you are afraid, your spirit is trying to tell you something, so pay attention. If you're overwhelmed by tension or distracted by a mild but persistent worry, it's possible that you have a subconscious fear that needs to be addressed. Rather than avoiding it, conquering fear means leaning into it. Consider your fear to be knowledge rather than a danger to your existence. Anxiety cannot destroy your life if you utilize it to your benefit. When you overcome your fear, it becomes your ally, a vital source of direction in reaching your greatest potential. Make a list of musts. Uninspired or elusive goals we set for ourselves can sometimes make the process of overcoming anxiety more difficult. To turn things around, consider this. What does the life you want and deserve look like? Is it only a someday, maybe goal, or do you actively pursue it? Consider what your life will be like if you don't attain your goal, and then compare it to what it would be like if you did. When you believe that your objective is critical, the fear of not making an attempt outweighs the fear of failing, and you will be driven to act. Recognize the excuses. You put things off because you are afraid. I'm exhausted. I have other things to do. In any case, it's a bad concept. These reasons are surely familiar, aren't they? You've probably said it to yourself out loud. Consider this. Is there any truth to these assertions, or are you making up reasons to escape failure? Making excuses is far simpler and less unpleasant than putting in the hard hours and energy required to work toward your goal. But making excuses and opting out will eventually leave you feeling unsatisfied. If you want to learn how to overcome fear, you must adopt a different, proactive approach. And the next time you find yourself making an excuse, make the choice not to listen to that tiny voice telling you no, since it will not help you improve in the long run. Develop a development mindset. When you're terrified, you tend to isolate yourself. What if you make a blunder? What if you don't succeed? You begin to feel that you are incapable of progressing at all. Fear keeps you back. Adopting a development mindset is one of the most effective ways to overcome fear and anxiety. It's not about attaining your objectives and being flawless every step of the way. Nobody is flawless all of the time, so quit aiming for it. It's about accepting what you don't know and moving on nevertheless. This is the core of a development mentality. Find valuable insight in pain. Nobody enjoys being in agony. Most of us go out of our way to avoid it. However, suffering is an excellent teacher. Accepting that your life and attempts to attain your objectives will be difficult at times transforms painful events into chances for progress. When you stop seeing pain as a danger to your life, it loses its potency and transforms into another tool for conquering fear. Everyone has difficulties in life. It makes no difference if your losses are personal or professional. What counts are the lessons you learn and how you use them in the future. Instead of allowing your prior events to influence your actions, actively choose to learn from them in order to be in charge of your own life. Accept that you will fail. Which goal-achieving concern is more common? They'll fail. Failure may teach us something, like pain. Failure frequently teaches more than success. Accepting failure as part of achievement from the outset will reduce your fear of it. Failure may teach you valuable lessons for future strategies. Nobody wins. Successful business owners, world leaders, famous chefs, artists, scientists, and doctors. Instead of confronting failure, our society glorifies triumphs, promoting the misconception that to be successful, you must never fail. To overcome fear, you must realize that everyone, including those you admire, has failed on their route to success. The sooner you realize that fear of failure is holding you back, the sooner you can accept defeat and move on. Now the spotlight is back in your hands, and it's your time to shine. If you found this video inspiring and valuable, please hit the like button and share it with those who might benefit from these insights. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more empowering content that will help you conquer the obstacles on your path to success. Thank you for joining us, and always remember, the stage is yours, and you have the power to overcome fear and thrive under pressure.